Yeah. Alright, I'm trying to be quieter this time. Last time, maybe woke up the baby. We'll see. Either she slightly hears me talking, or she just decided to wake up, because, you know, that's what babies do. But what's going on? Had a nice fun day yesterday playing Heroes of the Storm and then some Tiny Tinas. And we are back to the RuneScape, making some progress. Let's see. I am, let's see here, 87. I think I was 87 woodcutting last time, but I am up to 94k away from a level. So definitely making some progress there. I've AFK'd a little bit of crafting, but I'm just not quite to the level yet there. I just got a bird nest, right? Alright, do that guy out. So I think what I'm going to start with is a little bit of glass blowing. Try and finish off a level. Looks like 4 or 5 inventories or so. Well, I brainstorm, figure out what I'm doing next. Last stream we managed to get 3 hard diaries done. I don't think I can do any more currently. Let's see here. If I train my thieving up, I effectively would be able to almost do 2 more diaries, but thieving is not the most fun skill, so I'm not going to worry about that yet. Alright, what do we have here? So I could work on progressing them, but if I can't get them done, it doesn't feel like it's super worth it. I kind of want to keep working on crafting and get my get up to a boostable Amulet of Glory. Although I should check. Do I even have? What do you need for? Oh, it's only 68 magic for. That's a big jump to 87 and then 93. So yeah, it's only 68 magic per Dragonstone. So I could enchant it if I got one. Let's see here. I probably should check and do some random clues. Maybe work on some more Slayer. Because my Slayer is pretty far behind. My construction is almost catching up. Just through Tears of Ethics every week. What's this bot doing in my world? Also, rune crafting is always a useful grind I want to kind of slowly get done. Get rid of that. There we go. So yeah, I don't know. I've been stuck on that hard clue for so long. I really just want to push and get it done. So either 76 crafting to use a +4 mushroom pie boost, or I could try for 75 and a +5 to get that done real quick, but I know it's a lot less reliable. I could also, I have 83 Hunter, I could try and go do some Dragon Imps and see if we find any Dragon Implings, or if the bots are rampant as per usual. Pushing that prayer. Oh, I did go spend my bone shards while I was hanging out like a night or 2 ago. So we got to 67, almost 68, and that's pretty much all we have in the bank. I think I have some big bones left, but those aren't really worth the time using. I need to go collect some more dragon bones to knock that out in the last 2 levels. 2 in a bit. So I know I could go collect some more sand and really probably push this. If I use a quick skill calculator for crafting on Rune Knight, let's see, we're going to try and get 76. I still have 1.3 million XP, so that's a good 500 plus thousand XP away. If I go over here to, what is it, glass? Glass, no, not making it, making orbs. It says that's just under 10,000 orbs, and I only have 5,000 left. However, I have enough giant seaweed. I just don't have enough sand, so I could go and collect more sand and then bada bing bada boom get it knocked out, but we will see what happens there. But for now I'm just going to pop over this level. Do it. 1670 total level. There we go. I can now do blue dragon hide without boosting. Mixed hide legs without boosting. I did make some mixed hide boots. Let's see what that gives me real access to. So +4, I could do up to 75. Is there anything I need to do there? I could do some red D-hide, don't really need to. Mixed hide, jewelry. We can get up to... Okay, so I have a wealth and enchanted. I could make a dragonstone necklace and bracelet. Might be nice to have a skills necklace for farming runs. And I think I need to do that for a diary requirement anyway. But then yeah, 80 for the amulet of glory. That's the main thing I'm going for. I'm sure work on some Slayer too, because then I can do Slayer rings once I can afford those. That was armor, weaponry. Is there anything else I can do? I could technically do air battle staves, but that was a while ago. And magic logs I could boost too, but I don't have like a bunch of you know, I have to boost every time I do a run. I think I have 4 extra of the gear parts, but I don't have a bunch of them, so. But we're getting there. It feels nice as an iron to get it crafting up. Okay. So is today the crafting day, or should I do something less AFK? Now I can always work on crafting my off time. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to something. Okay, so I have 5.5k done of unpowered orbs. That's a decent chunk there. What should we work on? Clean some of these real fast. It'd be nice to push to 74 agility too, because I heard they just added a 74 requirement agility shortcut to Fossil Island, a zip line or something, so you can run down and do giant seaweed runs faster. So I don't want to level up right now because it's kind of boring, but I might push that. I might get, I might go do a giant seaweed run with some birdhouse mixed in. I don't have too many herbs. 3 renars. That's all I've gained in the last probably like 2 or 3 weeks playing. Alright, ooh, I'm almost out of barley seeds. I'll just pick out a different seed or start to buy and hop and then get a bunch. So that is our odd item. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of those. I need a teleporter. Go ahead and grab a graceful. I don't need those because I'm going to run straight to the bank. Fossil Island. Oh yeah, there it is. For those of you who don't know, that's the new zip line running down. And all you do is... Hey, thank you, General. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. So it's another weird teeth grip one, and it seems like the hitbox is kind of weird. Okay, I guess you click right there. So yeah, I need to get one more agility level to be able to do that every time. So yeah, new shortcut out to the island. Grinding away. Thank you. Alright. Quick birdhouse run. Mostly just deciding what to do. So I'm you know, like approaching the mid game. Haven't really done any bossing or barrows or perilous winds or anything yet, but I'm just kind of getting my crafting up for a Amulet of Glory right now for a hard clue. Because I have 83 Hunter, but I spent like 4 hours trying to get Dragon Implings and got 1 because there's so many bots at Pearl right now. So just decided, you know, I need to get my crafting up anyway. Might as well work on that. So yeah, I basically kind of just rushed up to 77 magic, and I've been super glass making and slowly getting the crafting up, but taking a break from that because that is, you know, nice and slow AFK to work on later, so do a birdhouse run and probably start some Slayer. Hey, we got a medium. Is it doable? I might as well go do some seaweed too while I'm here. Alright, have the staff unit, nice. Coffee. This could be the one, this could be the Rangers. Yeah, I feel like the reason I have enjoyed it, so I just made this iron probably, I don't know what my playtime's at, it's probably been like 3 or 4 months. I'm 43 days in, I've AFK'd a lot of wood cutting though. But, I mean, I've been playing this RuneScape since I was, you know, like 10 or 11, 12, so I know the game well. I've just finally decided to get off the main and try the iron because it's quite enjoyable to feel like you have to learn a lot about the game by being forced into it. Although it does feel forced a lot of times, so not for everyone, definitely. Alright, grab our diving gear out and some seaweed spores. Oh no, our seaweed died. Really, on both sides? I never pay to protect the seaweed, but usually only one dies at a time. I've only been members maybe 10 months. Total over 20 years, yeah. I did the same way. I was free to play when I was a kid. My parents would never spend money on the game or do membership or anything. And I mostly, like, I got a couple accounts up and learned about, you know, free to play PKing. I went to PvP Worlds and hung out in Alcarid and stuff and just, you know, mostly bank standing and occasional fighting. But yeah, like probably the first 5 or 6 years I played this game was just free to play. Actually, I don't think I got membership until Old School came out. So like original RuneScape, RuneScape 3 or whatever. I don't think I ever played as an iron. Hey, we got a seaweed spawn. But it definitely opens up a large world again with like so many new things to do and learn and experience in the game. So yeah, I say that it's like I've played forever. I know this game well, but the majority of my early playtime was just free to play, so there's a lot to learn still. And sadly, yeah, like I have a Zerker account that I, you know, was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna work on that, and you know, there's nobody really PKing anymore in free-to-play worlds, so. Yeah, seaweed, it's something you only really do on an iron because you can grow giant seaweed, which you super glass make, and it's a really efficient way to get glass for the crafting grind, but I would never do it on a main. It would be a waste of time. Alright, teleport to Barbarian Outpost. Go and do the medium clue real quick. Hopefully nothing slows me down. Oh yeah, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. I've only been streaming like a week or so now, but I have to be quiet and whisper because we have a little baby girl that's sleeping in the other room. And yesterday, it's like I might have woke her up after an hour or so by talking too loud, so Trying to have some nice quiet conversation today, but still be able to talk. I'm glad you can at least hear me, I can tell, since you're responding. That's good to know. Alright, team cape, steel plate body, team emotes, talk to your room. Yeah, thank you, man. Alright, what's the next step? South of Sears Village. Put all those away. Head to Camelot. Yeah, it's important. If you have a kid, you know, and if you don't, then you can probably guess. Nobody wants to wake up the baby. Alright, so thanks to Runelight, I know my answer is 676. Falador Arcade Beasts, which I have. Run to Falador. Yeah, watch me pull Ranger boots right here. I've probably done maybe like 10 mediums is all because I don't acquire them very often. I've never hunted for them. But it would be really nice. What do we have here? Adamant Square, Bone Dagger, Mithril Plate Body. I have not made that stash unit, so I'm going to run to the bank. It's in Catherby. I hope I have an Adamant Square because I'm only 70 submitting. So, well, you can probably get that from a, I guess a shop or something sells it. Thank you, Dwarf Man. Alright. Oh, nope, I was holding on to one just for that purpose, probably. And same with the Bone Dagger. And I used all the Mithril Plate Bodies, so I'm going to have to go make one of those. So I need 5 Mithril Bars and a hammer, and then I'll need the saw. What is this, a medium? So that's 2 oak planks. Nails, we need 10. And I'll head to Iraq. Go ahead and make that real fast. Yeah, Giant's Foundry makes it fairly easy now to do smithing on iron. Like I wouldn't have considered getting up that high before. But now we can just go ahead and make our own Mithril Plate Bodies, just like an Iron Man. Feels good. Alright, where is this one in Catherby? All the way down by the farming patch. Oh hey, is that no eclectic? It is. Oh, he's gonna go out of range of me. Oh, that's okay. Grab the essence. For 4 cosmics. Not bad. Yeah, I'm actually, the biggest problem I've had is bank space. I hoard so much stuff because I'm like, well, I'm an Iron Man, I'm probably going to need it, and then I'm constantly full and having to find random junk to throw away, even if I'm going to need it later. Yeah, I'm just a regular Iron Man. I started off hardcore, but I did not make it, so I think I was holding and feeding the baby while I was fighting Elvar, trying to flick him, and I looked away for a second, was busy, looked back, and it was in Lumbridge, so... No, so a regular Iron Man you can't trade with anyone, but you can bank on a regular and a hardcore. So Ultimate Iron Man is the one where you can't bank. That's the one you're thinking of. And hardcore just means, yeah, you lose that as soon as you die once, which I did. I've probably died 2 or 3 times now, just from AFKing and being stupid, so. Alright, throw those guys on, do 1 emote and 2 emotes. Got the casket, immediately open it up. Oh, pink headband. Oh, it's new at least. Throw it on there. Not Ranger boots, but we got the collection log. Next time we'll get the Ranger boots. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. Not a bad reward. Oh yeah, so I started this account as a hardcore Iron Man. I mean, don't ever be afraid if you're going to start one, just start as hardcore. Because all that means is that if you die, you become what I am, which is just a regular Iron Man. It's just that when the game mode came out, they didn't have hardcore, so you couldn't start as one. when Iron Man originally released, they didn't have it, so. Alright, I'm an X. So yeah, I'm at 849 out of 860. And it costs like $1 million or $3 million or something to upgrade bank space, so. Yep, exactly. So this account, I was a hardcore Iron Man, I think maybe till like 500 or 800 total or something. I was still free to play and I was just doing quests or whatever. And I died on it doing Dragon Slayer 1, just died to Alborg. Just because I was, you know, distracted feeding the baby. And all it does is it just gets rid of your red helmet, turns you to a gray one. So you can still play, it doesn't change anything, you don't lose any items, you just, you know, it's really just kind of like a see how far you can make it type thing. Because most people are like, oh, I hate, you know, the idea of hardcore, but it's like, just know if you're not godlike, you're probably going to die at some point, and that's okay. No big deal. Keep playing. Alright. I have this stuff out, so I'm going to try and knock out some more coups real fast. Yeah, I mean, if you've played a long time, you know, off and on, obviously I take, you know, a year or two breaks every once in a while, so I'm not that far in the game. But if you know a little bit of what you're doing, I'd say it's a fun game mode to try. Especially if you can just play like another one, you know, on a different, like if you're playing on the same monitor, like just have another account open or something, you can play at the same time. Especially with a new crab guy, you can just kind of AFK some stats up safely, and yeah, it's fun. Mobile, I understand that. I have a lot of mobile hours on this one. That's where I have 87 woodcutting from. If I'm playing games with my wife and stuff, I just have it. My guy's sitting there chopping trees the whole time. Alright, so we have an easy Varrock mine. Nice, 97. Do you have like the same account from like when RuneScape came out or whatever? You've been playing forever? Or is that your main skill of choice for something AFK to do? Yeah, I mean, I beat my main. My main was only 79 woodcutting, I think, so I've far surpassed that by just putting more time and effort into this account. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the RS3 wipe. And it's like, yeah, might as well start over fresh for old school. Itchville. I think I can go to the Grand Exchange, teleport. The account I play now is main, but was PK for my play. Okay. What kind of PK? Are you like pure or Zerker, or did you do like a med level full main account? I know there's so many different PKing builds. I have a pure I'm working on. I have my Zerker, which is maxed except for HP. I don't have a med level, but I do have like a tank sort of one where I only do range and mage and like 70 defense. So. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that's a fun build. And nowadays they even have where in free to play they added the Rune Warhammer that doesn't take 40 attack, so you can just build like basically an obby mauler for free to play and have really high strength and damage and stuff. So yep, they added it probably like 4 or 5 years ago, so you can just have one attack and use a Rune Warhammer. I think they did it because the Dragon Warhammer is that same way. What's the attack? Oh yeah, you only need like I think one attack, but you need 40 strength to wield it. So I think that's a new like free to play meta. Not that many people play, but there's still some activity in the PvP worlds. Yeah, so I think instead of attack, I think all you need is 40 strength. Same with the Dragon Warhammer. You need, let me see. Yeah, Rune Warhammer right there. It's in the strength category. And the Dragon Warhammer, you only need 60 strength to wield. You can do one attack. Yeah, so if you're looking for that kind of level, even if you're 30 attack, you might as well use a Rune Warhammer instead of an NA2 hand, because it probably hits more. Alright, first casket. A whole lot of nothing. Purple sweets. And go ahead and home tally, save the runes here, head to Elk Ridge. Yeah, what level are you? Like, what's your range at and stuff? 20 attack, 30 strength, 40 range. Yeah, that's a good one to probably just turn into a Warhammer type here. Alright, where am I going? Elk Ridge. And what's my beginner? Oh, Falador. I could have done that while I was there. Oops. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's where I just hit. I'm 91. I just hit on my iron. I AFK'd at the new crab boss and got just space 70s, so yeah, I've been playing this thing pretty hardcore. I've like focused on hunter farming. I try to do farm runs pretty often. I did Winter Todd up to 90 fire making, and I'm trying to get that 90 wood cutting so I can do redwood logs too. But a lot of it is just that if you're playing an iron, you kind of have to do quests and stuff in order to unlock everything. So it basically just kind of like forces you into like, oh, now I need, you know, like 70 or more for Song of the Elves. That means I have to farm forever and collect all that. And, my next goal right now is 70 prayer, which is really hard in an iron if you can't buy it. Basically I need to go just like AFK Blue Dragons or something forever. But once I do that, I think I can complete like 2 or 3 more hard diaries that require piety. So are you like a returning player? Are you part of the WoW crowd coming back, or you just kind of been playing off and on? Alright, I'll save that last casket. Let's see here. Go to Doric. Oh, very nice. Just happened to be in an odd period. It is really nice that they have mobile makes it so much more accessible. Because I'm not working right now after like having the kid and stuff, just been relaxing at home and figuring out life again. But when I was working even, I'd still play a little here and there just because I could get on my phone and play at work, and that's really nice when there's slow time. Alright, there's a beginner. Oh, I hate Charlie the Tramps. You gotta go do so much work for him. No PC, only bond. Yeah, and bonds. I mean, bonds are really hard to like maintain free to play, but once you get membership, like yeah, I mean, my iron's almost, or my main account is like 99 strength ranged magic and almost 2,000 total. So it's like maintaining a bond isn't that hard on that. I just do a little bit of bossing or whatever, so. Iron Dagger. That's why once in a while I keep looking down. It's like I'm playing on my iron account mainly, but I'm also just fishing down on my main account right now. Barbarian fishing to get the levels up for a diary. Because you might as well. It's like one click every however often. Alright, sweets. Firelighters. I need an iron dagger. So I need to make one with a hammer. I see, and that's exactly my goal, is Barrows runs, dagger. So I know I have the stats to do it. It's really easy to do with magic and stuff now, because they have the air weakness. But my main goal is getting piety first, so I can complete the hard Moritani diary, so I get more runes. So, because I can't buy runes, it'd be really nice just to have them kind of thrown at me from doing Barrows. So that's kind of my main thing I'm working on now. And then I also need to do the medium tier of the combat tasks, so you don't have any prayer drain while you're there. So it's like I could just start and try and do it, but it's a lot easier to make it more efficient when you're on the iron. And I've kind of ignored combat for the most part and tried not to get it up very high because I'm trying to get so many skills done. Yeah, questing is the main thing. I've pretty much done every quest that I can that's not like really hard combat wise. See, I only have like 12 quests left, and a lot of them are just like, oh, Desert Treasure 2 and, you know, Curse of Rav. Final Dawn that just came out, Monkey Madness 2, like a lot of these are just the hard combat ones. But I've done all kind of the easier quests just to unlock new areas. Mostly because I like to try and do all the clues that I get, and a lot of those require you to go unlock new areas and finish quests. Alright, south of Draenor Bank. I don't have a glory amulet, so I have to run up from Necklace of Passage, Wizard's Tower. Yeah, that's how they get you. And the Arceus spellbook doesn't even require a quest or anything as far as I understand, so you can just use those from the get-go. Yeah, so the Arceus spellbook, like unlike, so obviously if you're using Ancients or Lunars, you have to do those respective quests. But Arceus, when they designed it, they said, you know, too many new players wouldn't get into it, so they made it where you can just go and talk to Tiss up at the Dark Altar, and she'll switch your spellbook. You don't have to have any quests except to be able to get there. So that's like the one treasure quest or whatever that unlocks getting there. That's all that's required as far as I understand. Now, it is kind of like Lunar Diplomacy, where there's some, I think there's a harder quest you have to do in order to unlock some of the spells, but that's mostly just the late game spells. Got UPS outside, probably not for us though. Alright, this is looking like it's on Ice Mountain, so my best way to get there is the Lasser Teleport. Yeah, because if you don't know, you can't use teleport tabs even that you buy on the Grand Exchange unless you've done the quests for that spellbook. It's like you can't use Ancient ones and you can't use Lunar ones unless you've done Desert Treasure and Lunar Diplomacy. But for Arceus, you can use any of them because there's no quest required. Alright, where is my Lasser Teleports? There we go, got 6 left. See, like this one I did Desert Treasure, and I actually went and made these teleport tabs just so I can do this clue step easier because it's so hard to get here. Charlie the Tramp. And doing the mobile update, that gives you like the ability to have the, you know, the info for clues and make them easier. Helped a lot too because I do a lot of clues even, you know, like when I'm playing at night or something and I get off the computer. It's still not that difficult to get all the clues done. I wonder if my collection logs show how many clues I've even done. Nope. Not how I know how to use it at least. Alright, what did I need? He wanted iron ore. Give him an iron ore. And then I'll pop all these caskets open at once. So are you playing right now, or are you mostly watching, hopping through some streams? I know some people on mobile figure out how to like have it where one screen, you know, like the top half of it, you can watch something while you're still playing on the bottom half, because a lot of people go scroll through YouTube and stuff. But I am not quite phone savvy enough to do that, so. What's the fastest way to get to Draenor Manor? Probably just run from Lumbridge, because I don't have a good teleport there, sadly. Kills the battery, okay. So kind of like only if you're at home and can charge it the whole time kind of thing. Oh yeah. Well, you've come to the right place, because I know, you know, you can watch and learn and stuff. Like I watch Foe and Mr. Mammal and stuff all the time, but at least now you can actually have a conversation and talk about what you want to learn. Come and hang out with some small streamers. It's fun though, you know, I've streamed a couple of days where I don't really get to talk to anyone. You know, my wife's usually my only viewer, so it's fun to talk to someone. That's why I thought streaming would be fun. It's like I'm playing this game all day anyway, might as well, you know, interact with people while I do it. Grand Exchange, and I have Teleport. Medium Diary is all you need to get the Teleport there. Thank you. Yeah, it's been fun. Especially because there's not too many people that are interested in the free-to-play stuff anymore, so it's fun to see. I still hop on when I'm bored once in a while. I'll get on my Zerker and go to a free-to-play PvP world or something, and it's fun to... There's not that many people playing anymore. Like, I used to go to the Wilderness, but it's better than nothing. And I've tried pay-to-play PKing, and it's just like... It's so much. You know, I've done the PvP arena where you go to that certain world and you can earn points to get imbues for your rings and for the Slayer helmet. And even that is like so much to relearn how to play and stuff that it's like most of the time Irons are better off just, you know, suiciding over and over and losing on purpose just to get points. But it's like I did okay. I had quite a few, you know, probably just as many wins as I had losses, so it was fun. Alright, I finished all the clues. Go ahead and head to... I think my Slayer task was dogs, so I have to go to the desert and kill some wild dogs. But first I will head to DJR. Because I think that's the closest fairy ring to a bank. And then I will hopefully try and get a collection log out of these 5 caskets. We'll see. Alright, can we get something? No. Definitely not. Wow, 12 coins, is that a new level? And nothing, okay. And the easy. Wow, I didn't have red firelighters, so technically a collection log. Technically I gained something. Nice. Alright, sardines. I don't even think I need sardines anymore. Good to get those done though. Okay, so there is, it should tell me. I've done 147 beginners and 36 easies now. Oh, black battle axe, that's probably not even worth holding on to. Darn bank space. Throw that in there. Star Earth, don't need those. So I'll drop that, and then I will High Elk, Black Battle Axe. Yeah, the sad part is I've been stuck on this hard clue. I have an extra hard one, and I have like full-on masters and elite and everything for doing all the others. But all I need is an Amulet of Glory for this one, which requires 80 crafting. So I've been slowly grinding at my crafting. I got 83 Hunter, and you can catch Dragon Implings, and they have like a 1 out of 20 chance to drop them. But I was there for like 4 hours, and there's so many bots that it's impossible. Like, I think I got 1 Dragon Impling in 4 hours that I was trying to hop worlds and hunt there. So it's not even worth the effort. I quickly realized that I'd be better off just getting my crafting up because I need to anyway. I'm gonna grab my combat gear out here, Slayer Helm. I'll just take Graceful because it shouldn't be anything hard. I'm just tutorial skipping for now. So I need Amulet, I need my cape, and Teleport. And the Rad's Blessing. And then a Games Necklace. Yeah, and I have, what are they? Mushroom Pies boost up to 7, they do +4 levels, so I really only need 76. So it's like, you know, a 5-level grind. But it's still going to be a little while. Feels so Alright, run back to the fairy ring. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I have to kill dogs and I'm on 155. Go to Narda. And that's one of those things that you know, it's like you only have to do it because I'm an Iron Man. It's like if I was any other type of account, you buy a glory for what, they're like 10, 15k and then you're done with it. But on this account, it's like, wow, that's an entire consideration. But I enjoy it. It's definitely got me playing in a way that I've never played before, so I feel like there's a lot of things that I just skipped before because you don't need to do it, whereas now, since I have to do it, I'm experiencing a lot more of the game that I just ignored before, so. Alright, I know there's dogs around here somewhere, lots of them. Are they down this way? Yeah, there we go. Aww. Someone else already hit it, so I don't get credit for that one. I can't believe how rude they are. They make you kill dogs for a Slayer task. See, I like the zombie axe is like my best weapon. Hey, thanks for following, man. I just saw that I'm not very good at paying attention to the all the different sections there yet. But I got pretty lucky. I think I killed like 300 or 400 of these the zombies before I got the drop. And then I had to grind up to 70 smithing at Giant's Foundry in order to actually make it. So it was like, yeah, that alone was just like a whole journey. And then it's like, okay, but that also let me make that mithril plate body a few minutes ago because I have 70 smithing. So it's like the more progress you get done, the better off you'll be. And eventually, I think it'd be really fun to max. So that's kind of like my end goal is, you know, I'm not that big on like, I'm not the best PBM or anything. I'm not the best PvPer, but I think just like numbers go up if I get all my stats up to max. That would be my like ultimate dream come true. Yeah, the zombie axe is really, really good. I mean, I think if I was not an Iron, I think I would probably have a whip at this point. But since you can't just train strength with the whip, you have to do controlled or attack or defense, then yeah, the zombie axe is probably still the best for training strength. And it slaps pretty hard. Alright, 9 left. Have you ever done Tyrael skipping? You basically just go and get like 9 easy tasks in a row from Tyrael, the Slayer Master. I'm at 155 right now. And then for the 10th task, I'll go do a Konar one. And I think she gives you like 40 or 90 or like a decent amount of points for every task you do that way. And you need, yeah, like you need Slayer points to make the Slayer helm, you need it to get the Slayer rings unlocked. There's a decent amount of things, and just so you can cancel and skip a bunch of tasks. It's really nice to get some points up. Alright, that's the last one. So we'll head to Earthorp. Go see what our next task is. It'll probably take them a couple months, but they had, they said they were doing a major, like, Slayer overhaul and stuff where this guy would have his own block list compared to other guys, so I could have this be really efficient. But they just announced that like a month ago, so it's probably going to take them a while to implement. I should be a good Iron and collect my white berries too. Get my herblore secondaries. Get a little bit of farming XP. And then it only takes up one inventory inventory slot because I can note them. There we go. Did you get any wins yet? Nice. Nice. Alright, where is CKR or CKS? CKS. Yep, rune pouch. So there's a rune light overlay that shows you what runes are in it, but that's what it normally looks like. I just keep all my teleport runes in there, so if I have a Staff of Air, oh, I banked it. I have a Tome of Fire, and then the Earth and Water runes with the laws, and I can pretty much teleport anyway, so it's, but apparently I forgot my Fire Tome, so I'd be stuck for now anyway. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I think they added a new shortcut to get to the Banshees right here. I see the icon in the minimap. What kind of shortcut is it? How do I get in here? Climb through broken window. Oh my gosh, auto-pathing. You run along the top here. Yeah, so the rune pouch, like on an Iron Man, because I know you can just buy it from the Grand Exchange. So on an Iron Man, you have to do last man standing and get enough points. I think it was like 50 points or something. It probably took me like 3 or 4 hours to get, but it's such a quality of life that it's definitely worth it. And I want to say if you, like since you're on the main, I think they're only, yeah, they're 3 million right now, so it's like, that's a decent investment if you're still kind of working on, you know, other gear and stuff, but the main thing is just like saving inventory spaces even if you're questing. Oh, you got one. Nice, nice, yeah. Totally worth it. Yeah. And you can go earn it yourself, but that's like I said, probably at least 3 to 4 hours of a grind, so. There's probably better things you could do for the money for that amount of time. Like barrows. I haven't done much barrows on my main, even that wasn't one of the money makers I did, so I'm kind of even looking forward to the barrows grind and getting some good gear to do Moons of Peril, just because it's a part of the game I've never really experienced over the years. A couple people told you to grab it, yeah. Yeah, and I know if you do TOA, the Tombs of a Masket raid, there's a chance you'll get like a thread that upgrades it to hold 4 runes. So I know that's, you know, you probably want to be at least like 100, 110 combat to do raids, but that's kind of a nice end goal to get to. That's been really handy on my main. Are you in a clan then? You got some people giving you some good advice? Where all my random chat's coming from is the clan I'm in. Someone got B-legs, everyone says bzz instead of grants. Silly clan. We have a lot of newer people. Oh nice, a Renard. What's a prayer potion? We have a lot of new people that have just joined. Like this guy's asking how rare that is. It's just a random event item, but from like the kind of the influx of players coming from World of Warcraft right now, we've got probably like 5 or 10 new people that have joined. So it's been fun to, kind of refreshing to have people asking simple questions again, because most everyone's been in the clan long enough. They know most things about the game. But if you don't have one, we're always taking people, so just throwing that out there. It's nice to have somewhere you can just ask questions to anytime. I only know, I think like one person got me into the clan. That's pretty much the only person I know. I've ran raids with a couple of them. So I'm not like, I'm not like an important member or anything. I'm just in it, but like we're usually at like 20 to 30 people online, so it's a fairly active one. And I want to say we have like, 30 people online. The whole world. I can't remember how many people are actually in this. Yeah, 460. So it's a decent sized clan, but a lot of clans are really big and hardly have any active players. So as long as we got 2 Renars from that, that's why it is always worth bringing the herb sack I should have brought. Let's see what this next task is, and then I can grab it if I'm thinking about it. Aw, dogs again. Alright, well I don't think dogs drop anything, so as long as I have enough health, I will just go and do that task right away. Yeah, getting the Ardone cloak is a really big upgrade too. I think even just the easy diary version of it that gives you that free teleport unlimited times a day, and it's one of the closer ones to a fairy ring. Really good for transportation. Alright, sorry dogs, gotta kill you again. Lots of max hits though, that's nice. Oh, I say that, and then it'll, and this one will take like 4 hits to kill. I saw a Reddit post yesterday of someone petitioning to get rid of Slayer task of dogs because they keep having to kill a bunch of dogs and feel bad. And it's like, yeah, I mean, of all the monsters in RuneScape, like, why are they telling you to go out and kill dogs, like people's pets? Because you can go in the city and just kill, like, the guard dogs and stuff, too. This is just the lowest combat one I can fight to get through it faster. I'd say that's a pretty evil Slayer task if you think about it. One left. And we're good. Into Birthmark, get another. I guess that's 158, so if I do one more task, I will be on 159. Then I get a Konar task, so this is the last one before I see what my real task is going to be. Dwarves. That's such a weird combat, or Slayer task, too. It's like, yeah, go genocide a specific race of people. Like, where's the human Slayer task? Poor dwarves. And you can't even skip it because this is already the lowest tier of... I guess you could pay points to skip it, but you can't skip it by Turiel skipping because it's already a task from Turiel. That sound brings me back. I used to fight dwarves in free-to-play back in the day. Is it worth picking up the bronze bar? Probably. You never know when you need bronze as an Iron Man. Just don't see it. feel like I heard that a day or two ago too. It's a decent amount of dwarves, 24. Ooh, nature ruins, nice. You're running so far away. Come back. Bronze med helms, that'd be one way to get one if you don't want to buy it from the shop for the Black Knight's Fortress class. There's a couple quests actually that you have to have a bronze med helm for with the iron chain body. Alright, 8 left. Forgot to bring the run energy ring. Running pretty low on it. Haha, running low on run. Yeah. Puns. There's another 3 dwarves left. Should have another. There's 1 and 2. Alright, so that's the last one from Turiel. Now we'll go get a real task from Konar. Which actually now I have the Mount Groom teleport. I just forgot. I finished the hard diary of Corin and Kebnos, so you can teleport here 3 times a day. Jellies, but in the Fremennik dungeon, so I have to actually kill them one at a time, not burst them. That'll take a bit, but I think... Ooh, crap. They have a really good hard clue rate. And as I am stuck or full on a hard clue right now, I kind of feel like I should try and push that out and get the crafting done before I, you know, waste a bunch of hard clues. Darn. Alright, well in that case, the most active and hardest part I'm going to need to do is mining sand. Not interesting, I know, but it is a decent amount of effort at least. Alright, so I'll take the desert amulet for teleport there. I have the mining ring and the barrack armor for better chances. The desert boots and robes of Aldenis for less heat coming off, and then I'll just grab some graceful for the run energy. And doesn't hurt to have, actually I need to switch over to the lunar spellbook. I'm just going to bring humidify. I have at least least finished all of the clues that I can do, because I'm stuck on that one, and that one, and that one. Actually, yeah, what's my elite right now? Amulet of Glory. Arrows go straight in mid. Okay, so I'm stuck on Amulet of Glory for my elite and my hard, but I also don't have a Dragon Med helm, and that's kind of a, you know, best chance to get is probably from Barrows. So we will see what happens there. Alright, there's the mining setup, and we will need a water skin, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a rune pouch, but I'm not sure exactly which runes I need yet for humidify. So I'll go change spellbooks first. And my best way to get there is probably once again through the fairy rings. Fairy rings are all of my easy teleports in this game. Okay. Jars. Oh, someone got jars. We'll just go to the Slayer Cave. Pretty crazy luck on, where is it, collection logs and Hespori. So I got my first bucket on, like, I think second kill, the second kill count I ever did. And I've just done some more trying to get white lily seeds. I've been unsuccessful. But I'm up to 14 now, and I've gotten 3 more buckets. So I mean, each of these I think is worth like 1.5 mil. If I wasn't an iron, I could sell them. But just that collection line right there, I think they're not that hard of a drop. It's like 1 out of 30 maybe, or something like that. But the white lily seeds are like 1 out of 10, and I haven't even gotten one of those yet. I'm actually over the rate on that, but I've gotten 4 buckets, which is quite important in farming, you know, as an Iron Man. It's like that was crazy enough RNG that I was on 3 and 13, 3 buckets, 13 kills, and I thought that was crazy. Then my next kill, I got another bucket back to back. Like, holy moly. No, he's doing Vorkath and died. Is that a bot? That sounds like a bot. Alright, head to Pirate's Cove, and you have to tell him that it's okay, you don't need a sealed passage. I don't know why they have that dialogue there once you've completed the second quest, not Learn Diplomacy, but Dream Mentor. Once you've completed Dream Mentor, you don't need the seal to get to a bank, so you can get your seal out. So it's like technically you still need a seal to talk to any of the different people or whatever, but anything in general, a lot of the stuff you can still do just because you can go to the bank and get the seal if you need to. Now, if you didn't have a seal at all, I think you have to go talk to the Fremenic chieftain or whoever again, and he'll give it to you. But yeah, I need to get my rune crafting up too. He's probably doing the quest. Smeckin' boss. Alright, change over to the Lunar Spellbook. And then I will teleport to... Do I have any good teleports? I think I need to go to Narda anyway, there's a bank there. Oh, Dennis. Oh, that had a lot more points in it. Can you say something or anything? Rip. Okay, I don't need this or this anymore. And now I can check what runes I need for humidify. Astral with fire and water. So if I have, it's only one of each of those or something, right? 3. Okay, so fire runes and astral runes. He's still going. Close. Alright, do I need to go up to get out of here? Yeah, so I hop through here, then I'll be to the mines. And if I do the math real quick, I probably only need like 5,000 to 6,000 more sand if I had to guess. Which, you know, I'm not exactly sure how fast you get sand, but I'm gonna guess that's maybe like 1 to 3 hours. Like, I really don't know. I need to get my ranged up so I can do a fire cape too. I don't have Sarah Brews yet. I mean, what are Sarah Brews like? Pretty high herbivore. I thought it was in the 80s maybe. Zamorak Brew. Yeah, 81 for Sarah Diamond Brew. I don't know, Hop Worlds, we got someone working here. Last Mohegan instead of the last Mohican. That's funny. Let's see if we can find an empty world without any other irons doing the same thing. Nope. Oh, there's one. Okay. The lotion eater is doing the top area, so we are totally fine with that. Maybe he ate too much lotion, I don't know. This one has so many spots next to it, so yeah, like over there, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's 3 ticking, that's why. 3 ticking encourages you to move, so that's the better spot. But I am not a 3 ticker. That is not how I work. So these vary in how much XP they give you based on the size that you mine. So like there was 50 XP for a bigger one, I got 30 for a smaller one, 40 for a medium. And then once in a while I'll get double drops for my Vidarmie armor, and I don't know if that increases the XP. It probably doesn't. But that's still decent amount of mining XP for how much has to be mined. Yeah, obviously 5,000 or so sand isn't going to be 5,000 sandstone because each of these is worth more, but it's still a decent chunk. I've heard a lot of people say too, before you do too much sand mining, you should do the beneath Cursed Sands, I think is the quest. And it gives you a little tiara that you can charge with water runes that makes it where you don't require any water skins. It's unlimited like water skins. Not unlimited, I guess it costs a lot of water runes. But I think that quest has a decent fight. I don't remember when I did it on my main because it's been so long. So I'm just not worried about that yet. I could do it, but it's like I have lunars and humidify, so like, you know, 5 extra inventory slots. Not as efficient, but it's not like it's super inefficient either. Ruby's top tier hunter training. Top tier activity in the game. Sheltered work is literally just like running in circles. I think I would enjoy herbivore maybe if I had full graceful, or half full graceful if I had like higher agility, so you would not use as much run energy, or if I had stamina potions. Herbivore would be nice to get to pet. Like, it doesn't give me a super great, you know, like herbs or whatever. I don't really think it does give that great of them, but would be nice to get the pet. Pets are nice. It'd be like a post-max goals. I'd probably just pet hunt the rest of the way up, because I like having lots of pets. I wish they had a pet rabbit in this game. They have some cute ones. I have a swan, or the, what is it? It's like a kingfisher or something, I can't remember. Maybe it is a swan. The fishing one, a heron, that's what it is. I have the heron pet. On this account, I have the farming pet and Dagonoth, like Rex, one of the Dagonoths on my main. And then I have Kraken on another, like a Slayer all that I have. Those are the only pets I've acquired so far. But I would like to have, you know, like the beaver from woodcutting. Like, I've gotten my woodcutting up for so long now, and no beaver luck. The agility squirrel would be really cool. The thieving raccoon, like there's a lot of cool pets in the game. I mean, some of the boss ones are cool too, but I think skilling pets would be my main focus. I really like the skilling pets. And hopefully I'll get them on the goal up there, as we're leveling up anyway. And I know for, you know, Bibles or whatever, they don't have any skilling pets, so like, you know, like I want to get fletching up with that fletching minigame as a good way to make money once I get magic longbows. Crafting I need to get up, but there's no pet for that. Herbivore I need to get up. No pet, no pet. Rune crafting. I could get Guardians of the Rift one, but he's not the cutest. The little Abyssal Protector. Hunter has a decent amount, right? Because there's a Chinchompa or something, I believe. There's the Herbivore. I thought there was another hunter pet. Let's see here. Is there a general one? Okay, so the baby Chinchompa is obtained while hunting Chinchompas only. The beaver is while woodcutting, the giant squirrel is while training agility. Rocky, the raccoon, is from thieving, Tango is from farming, Heron from fishing, Rift Guardian, the rock golem from mining, so I could even get a pet doing this. Not likely. Other, here we go. The Quetzin. So the hunter rumors have a chance to give you a pet every time you open an expert or higher one. Technically there is Swords and Barbarian Assault. Oh, so the Rift Guardian is while training rune crafting, and the Abyssal Protector is specifically the Guardians of the Rift one. Bloodhound from Master Clue Scrolls. Cat, Chompy, oh, Chompy you could get doing the, oh, you have to complete the Elite Western Province Diary and then keep doing Chompies. That's crazy. That seems like once you do the Elite Diary, you're probably going to be so burnt out on that, I wouldn't want to touch it. I can't believe that. Alright. And then all the other ones are from, presumably from killing stuff. So there's a Gauntlet pet, Vorky, the Vorkath pet, Whisperer, Yama, Drops Lily Yami, Venenatus, Jad, Temperos. Okay, so that's kind of like a... I think that's from collecting rewards from it. That's like a 1 in 8,000 though. It's a pretty hard one to get. Soul Herenet, Sarachnis, Volcano. That'd be kind of a unique one. I don't know people that really do Volcano anymore except for the pet. Scotizo, that's one you can either get really lucky on or go a really long time. Scurious, Scorpia, King Black Dragon, Winter Todd, which I did not get, and I don't know if I will do anymore. Depends on how far like doing Shades of Morning and getting Xylo robes will take me. All the God War bosses. Kraken, of course, that's just a Slayer one, and Thermonuclear Smoke Devil. Just depends on if you get lucky while doing Slayer or not. What happened? Oh, I couldn't tell. It was really quiet. I thought you said something. Corp has one, all three of the Dagonoth, Rex Prime and Supreme, the Chaos Elemental. So I probably won't spend a lot of time in the wilderness, at least for a while, so that's kind of out of reach for me, a lot of those ones. Grotesque Guardians is surprisingly a really high drop rate, 1 out of 3,000, considering you can only do him on task. A Max Moxliotl drops a little Moxie. Nyx, Animuspa, Nightmare, Leviathan. Alchemical Hydra, Huikodal, that's one you could just randomly get. Hey, we got a 99 strength and a 112 combat. Nice. Someone finished strength. At Crab, probably. Crab at work, yeah. Alright, Vidarmie, Callisto, that would be the dream if I got a little bear come. Please no die. This is higher, Giant Mole, might as well get him over time. The Rail Titans, drop one. That shifts into either one that you want, and Duke Scellius. And then you do with Macchiato and Cerberus. That's about all of them. Decent amount of pets they have there. But I'd probably focus on the skilling pets first and then work on bosses one at a time. Or hop around a bunch and see what you get lucky with. Alright, we're up to 500 buckets of sand. Probably should focus a little bit and get some of this knocked out. Seems like it takes a while. Sand is boring. So I wonder, my best way, I know I need to train ranged, but I have the zombie axe and decent defensive stats. I probably will just throw D'Hide on and melee the Jelly's task that I got. It's a Konar one, so I can't do it in the Catacombs and burst it, so I will just have to do probably just melee instead of ranged, so hopefully we'll get a few hard clues from it though. I want to say it was like 169 of them, so we'll be there a while with our stats. This 72 strength is not the strongest for doing that kind of work. do this and see what other hard diaries I could be working on next. So, Ardone, it looks like the 72 thieving is the only thing I am missing from their requirements. But I don't know if it has any more difficult ones either. Mithril plate body, recharge jewelry, stealing from Ardone royalty. Oh, Smith the Dragon Square in West Ardone. So for that one, you need to have the Dragon Square half shield and then purchase the other one. So that may not happen for a bit. The desert one, I need 65 thieving and 65 slayer. So that one's kind of knockoutable, and then I think the only hard part of that is to kill Calphite Queen once. Which I'm sure I could work through one, especially if I tried flicking it. Falador. 72 Slayer. So that'll just be a bit. And then 70 prayer, like, you know, like everything. But I think that's my hard thing on that. And then after you've done the Falador hard, it's like, well, you can do mole anytime you want. Fremennik, 75 thieving. So once again, there we go. Need that thieving requirements. Kandarin is 70 prayer and 75 smithing. So once I get 70 prayer, I can pretty much knock that out because I can get another level or two and then like boost it with a grog or something. Where were we at there? Karamja needs 100 combat. That'll be a bit. I think you have to just get a Slayer task from Duradel or whoever's there. Depends on where you're at in the quest, right? Mauritania is only 70 prayer. I know that because we have been working on that one for the longest time. The prayer feels so slow. Let's do a hard temple trek, Nature Grotto with Piety activated. So yeah, getting that going would be nice, but I'm gonna wait till I get my glory grind done here, so. Shortcut over the south, chop and burn mahogany, Caril portal, so I don't have to spend a bunch of runes and get that. And mind up a beginner crew. Is that worth keeping for now? I've done so many beginners, I feel like I kind of want to get this mining thing done, and I probably won't save. I probably won't save one unless I happen to get like a medium or yeah, just a medium, maybe an easy. We'll see. There's still a lot of easy rewards I need. Alright, and then the last one, other than the wilderness, is Western Provinces, which you need 100 combat for because you have to do a pest control game, a veteran, 65 construction, which is pretty doable. Why does it say it's boostable? You can't boost construction more than 5 level. Oh, because the saw counts. The +3, I think, invisible boost from the saw. And 75 thieving. So basically, if I get 70 prayer and 75 thieving, then I'm pretty much done on hard diaries except for 72 slayer. So all that skilling has paid off, and we're about there. It's really nice that they have the stackable clues now, though. That makes such a difference in the quality of life. For getting multiple done in a row, I can't wait till I can hold like 3 hards or something. That'll feel really nice. Wow, so close on a ranged level there. Yeah, what am I close on? Close on ranged. I'm close-ish on agility. 38k is not that bad for up there. Thieving levels obviously 4k. Slayer's getting close 4k. My fletching is only 13k away. Hunter, I got a while. Construction, we have a while. The rune crafting is only 5k away, so that would not be a difficult one to work on. So. Almost out of water, so I'll have to humidify those up. Honestly, yeah, that wood cutting level's getting pretty close. I'll keep AFKing that on the side. And then all these levels are at least like 40, 50k away. I just hit that herb lord level. Just hit that magic level. So prayer would be a close one to work on. I really need to kill a bunch of dragons and get that going. Something to note too, my main is 177k away from 90 fishing, so it'd be a pretty big goal getting done there. I don't think that particularly helps with anything, because you need like, what is it, the elite, is it Corin and Kibbles? No, that's Slayer. Canterbury? Western provinces. Nope. Not Western provinces. Mauritania? Yeah. So the elite Mauritania diary requires 96 fishing. So I could get like 91 and boost it, or I could get like 93 and easily boost it by using the Dragon Harpoon. But I think there's even like a, I can't remember, is there like a fishing potion or something that would boost it by 4? Let me check here. Oh, nope, the Admiral Pie boosts it by 5. So I'm almost 90 on the main. If I get up to a 91, we can get that diary done. The elite Mauritania. Because an Admiral Pie just auto insta boosts it plus 5 levels, so you can pretty much guarantee getting whatever done. You don't have to rely on a stew boost, which is annoying. Alright, taking a little bit of damage now, but I'll regain the HP back, so not that worried about it just being hyper efficient on my runes and not wasting them. I guess it's really only one astral. I'll just get a magic XP. Woohoo, all filled. So yeah, kind of a long time coming, just AFKing fishing for that goal. I've got a ways to go yet. You know, getting 90 to 91 is going to take a while, but it's feels good to get that working on. 2. Are we up to 1K? I have 1080. 1080. It's an important number, right? It's like pixels or something. It's a common pixel number. Mining, mining, and mining, mining. Hey, someone got their jewel. The sun. I don't know much about TUA. I'm not sure if that's a good one or not. Not a collection log slot, so it's not probably very good. I don't know, they could give you dupes. Yeah, or is it maybe he just hasn't closed the interface yet and then it'll pop up as a collection log? Because I know that's how it works with clues. So the main thing I'm going to have to think about is what I'm going to do AFK on my main after this, because 96 fishing, getting 91 and boosting for the Mauritania Elite is my main consideration. I know I need to get my Slayer up. I'm at 92. I think I can even maybe boost to do 1 Hydra kill, get that done. There's some of them, like the Ardona Elite takes 90 agility, so I need to get 85. I'm a decent ways off of that. I'm 78 agility. 91 smithing is doable because it's a main account, so I could just spend and boost it up if I need to. 82 thieving. I'm 78 thieving. I just don't super enjoy thieving, so it's kind of a difficult thing to figure out there. Alright, but for now, the hard diaries that I can get done are pretty much going to be like up to maybe 75 thieving if I don't boost anything, and then finishing out 70 prayer, and I hopefully will be able to knock a few more out. Alright, what do we have? So the Ardon Elite is going to be a major agility grind. That's what I'm seeing. Gives you a lot more fish from the fishing trawler, though. I didn't realize how that works. Oh, but that's just the fishing trawler. That's not really worth doing after you get the outfit. More marks of grace from the Arty rooftop, so that's probably going to be the best source of that once you're to that point. Also, it looks like Bert automatically delivers 84 buckets of sand to your bank every day that you log in. Wow. But that's, once again, 90 agility. 85 at least with a boost, so probably not going to happen. Then we have Valador. We need 80 agility, so I could boost that and do it. 91 farming, which I am 85, so one more level and I could boost that and do it. That may be what I was working on. Yeah, that fishing one will be kind of a hard one to get out of the way, so we'll see what happens there. Yeah, then it's just a matter of farming, which is doable in between everything else that you're kind of working on. Just need to remember to actually go on farming runs on my main. I've been doing them on my iron, okay, but I shouldn't even say that. It's been a while since I focused on any of that. Alright, Kandarin I am done with, but I believe I need to I need to get level 5 in every role of Barbarian Assault, and that is a pretty long grind. I'd have to focus on just that, you know, it's not AFKable at all if you have to actually work on that. Oof, 91 room crafting for the Karamja Elite. That's a steep one. I'm 82 currently. It's hard to boost though too, you know. Looks like that's the only thing I'm missing there, though. I could boost the herbivore right now, dude. The core end is 90 wood cutting, so that could be something I could work on. Pretty AFK, just AFK magic or something. I'm only 79 wood cutting on my main account, so. And then 95 Slayer, which is boostable. So maybe that'll be my next goal, just AFK some wood cutting. What else is there? The Mauritania, which is the should be doable after 96 fishing. What else is there for that one? Create shade remains. Cremate shade remains, which you need 80 fire making for. That's boostable. You can do magic or redwood pylons. Barrows looting. Loot the entire chest, the chest of barrows, while using an entire barrow set from lead task. So you basically, super easy as a main account, but as an iron you'd have to work on that. Make sure you get a full set. Craft a dehyde body, I have the crafting level for that. It's 84 and I'm at 86. And fertilize a herb patch with lures. So that one is purely a bare hand a shark with 96 fishing. Almost held that in. Right back to the mining grind. Mine. Western provinces is a decent amount, so there's a 93 Slayer requirement. I don't think you can, maybe you can do one kill boosting. Let me see here. Agility. Yeah, thermonuclear smoke double kill. You are allowed one kill off task for the diary, but I don't necessarily know if I don't know how that works, you know, if that's going to be boostable or not, because it doesn't say it is. Pickpocket and elf is 85 thieving, and then choppy up to 1,000 kills. So I think you're 300 or something for the hard, so a bit of a grind from there. 1,600 buckets of sand. I'm honestly wondering, oh, that is sandstone as well. I'm honestly wondering if I need to take breaks to do giant seaweed runs because I'm so, like, you know, I can push out the sand anytime I want, and I know it's a bit of a run to get back here, but if my limiting factor is going to be the giant seaweed in the end, because I know I can get runes whenever I want. I can rune craft those, even though it takes a while. But the sand I can just grind out. So the giant seaweed farming, it's like I felt like I was pretty good, pretty high up, pretty caught up there, but now I'm starting to think I'm just gonna fall behind and not be able to get it done. It depends on, I mean, really I don't need more than 76 for now. Just kind of pushing it to get it as high as I can. That does kind of feel like a long run back and forth though, just to go and do a seaweed run, but I could also, I guess, mix in some quick herb runs too or something. I'm setting out a lot of herb seeds right now. Oh, the sand grind. So slow. Yeah, what was it, Mr. Mammal? In like the first or second version had to, I think it was in the first season. I can't remember if he had to do 10,000 sand or if it was like a 50,000 sand forfeit. Like he was grinding here for some days, I can tell. Even if you were more efficient than this and you were one taking it, these take a bit of time still. Let me change it to random, throw on some different music. Deep Wildy, what do you get when you're about to die? Speaking of, I really need to get my, oh, you can get an XP lamp, I really need the prayer XP. What do we need? A three-tailer. There he is. Dang, just a hat. Not a collection log. I think if I kept all of his stuff in my bank, I would get the XP lamp guaranteed every time. But yeah, so he's probably not even worth doing. I don't know if you can get both. I had so much bank space issues, I already have a couple of costume stuff stored in my costume room, and so I dropped a lot of the other random event stuff, just because, yeah, bank space. So I really need to go clean out my bank and see what happens. I did get a medium clue step today that saved me 2 bank spaces because I was sitting on an adamant square shield from the Dragon Defender grind. You know, useful for a medium clue, I think. Maybe there's a hard clue too eventually. And then the Bone Dagger. I bought an extra Bone Dagger and been sitting on forever because I know it was required for a medium clue. And it was that same one. I took a Mithril plate body on the square and a Bone Dagger. So I made the Mithril plate body and the rest I was able to clean out of the bank. So we are net gain of 2 bank spaces today. But then my clue reward was what a pink band. I forget what the name. I think it's just band. But like a little circlet or a halo or something that goes on your head. And then my first red firelighters. So those took up those 2 bank slots, I guess. Back to I really just need to decide if I want to drop all of my clue stuff or if I'm going to keep it, because it feels nice to just know what I have on the iron at any given time without going to the collection mode and seeing. But fair enough, I mean there's a collection log, it keeps record of everything I've gotten, so I don't necessarily need to keep, as long as it's not a Fashionscape I'm planning on using, because, you know, I mean everybody knows Fashionscape is the most important part of this game. Right? Control them a bit. Can he? I don't even know if you can drop 2 unsired in a row. Like if you're holding on to an unsired, I don't know if you can drop anymore. What a troll. Legend piece. Nice. I believe those are all tradable, so even for a main, it's nice to get. Any collection log if you haven't gotten that one. Very cool. Alright, up to 2,000 buckets of sand. Now it's not quite been an hour, so I'm probably getting like maybe 2,500 or so. So if I do another hour of this, I'll get up to the 5,000-ish that I need. Oh, the boring sand grind, la 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 la. Oh yeah. Oh, it feels nice. Been sitting still too long. Alright, got the humidify so I can stay here indefinitely. Well, I should say as long as, yeah, what? 1,097 and they're 1 per cast, so probably could only get like, you know, 300 or 400k sand mined in that time, which is, you know, by all means not indefinite. Probably be useful to get my mining level up for this too. I may know this is slowly getting it up, but if I was starting with a higher mining level, it would be a more efficient grind. Or a dragon pickaxe, you know, I could always try to, I don't know, a couple of KBD kills for the combat tasks and maybe get lucky with a dragon pickaxe. Probably wouldn't happen, but you know. I'll take 1 more hit of damage. I think that was a 10 to hit me, so technically they can hit 10s. I did not realize that. What will it hit me next? Maybe I'll go for a 1. We'll go from a 10 to a 1. I'm not sure if 10 is the max, but obviously 1 would be the min. Ah, 4. Darn it. Alright, might as well cast our humidify. All filled up. Yeah, that was a long one. And mining's kind of an important skill too, just because it makes Guardians of the Rift more efficient. So the higher mining I can get to before I work on more of that, I'm pretty sure it has, you know, better chances to give you a larger amount of the shards while you're doing that. So it would be nice. You never know what happens, but it would be nice. Alright. Well, I'm gonna keep working on the sand mining for a bit. And we'll see about getting to Amulet of Glory and or 70 Prayer next time. We'll see what happens, but thanks for watching. Just throwing a short little stream in there today, and I will catch you guys next time, probably tomorrow.